So I finally checked out Pitfall after its digital release. This Woodland slasher follows a group of friends on a hiking trip through the woods that quickly turns into a nightmare when they realize they aren't alone. At first, the group discovers a mysterious pitfall hidden in the forest, but things take a much darker turn when one of them falls into it, leaving them trapped with their leg impaled. Now forced to survive both the injury and the man hunting them, the group must figure out who this person is and why they've been targeted. With survival, mystery, and a deadly game of cat and mouse at the center of the story, let's talk about Pitfall. Let's start with the strengths of Pitfall. One thing I really liked about this movie was the use of the woods. The setting does a great job of making you feel isolated and trapped with the characters. The forest becomes more than just a location. It adds to the tension and makes you feel like the danger could be hiding anywhere. I thought the design of the killer was really cool. His Robin Hood-esque outfit gave him a cool look and helps him stand out compared to other slasher villains. When the movie does get violent, it doesn't hold back either. The kills are brutal and give the movie that old school slasher energy. But by far, the strongest part of Pitfall is the final act. This is where everything finally comes together with more action, higher stakes, and some satisfying payoffs after everything the characters have gone through. The ending feels earned and gives the movie a strong finish. I also like that the movie leaves the door open for a sequel. The way it ends makes you question whether the killer is truly gone, and it creates the possibility that there could be more of his story to explore. However, there are a few weaknesses that hold Pitfall back, and these are things I would hope they could be improved on if they do continue this story. However, there are a few weaknesses that hold Pitfall back, and these are things I would hope they could be improved on if they continue this story. The biggest issue is the characters, well, at least one of the biggest issues. Unfortunately, most of them aren't very memorable or likable. A lot of them feel more like characters waiting to become victims rather than people we're actually invested in. If they were more important to the overall story, I can understand keeping them around longer, but many of them don't have enough development to justify their screen time. The sibling drama was an interesting idea, but I think the way the movie handles their past hurts the pacing. The film keeps revealing pieces of their backstory involving the accident, but by spacing it out, it delays the emotional payoff. Showing that entire moment earlier could have helped establish a stronger connection with these characters instead of making the audience wait until much later for the full context. Another major problem, as noted, is the pacing. For a movie that is trying to be a slasher, it takes almost an hour before we really start getting deaths. The final act does deliver the action and brutality that you expect from this type of movie, but it takes too long to get there. A slasher needs tension, danger, and consequences throughout the movie, and Pitfall spends too much time building towards the payoff instead of keeping that momentum going. Overall, I'm giving Pitfall a 5 out of 10. This is a movie with a lot of potential, and if they continue this story, there's definitely room to create a slasher that horror fans remember for a long time. For now, I think Pitfall is just alright. It has a great setting, a unique killer, and a final act that delivers, but the slow pacing and lack of memorable characters hold it back. I still think horror fans will find something here to enjoy, but if this series wants to reach a wider audience, there are definitely some areas that need improvement. Alright, y'all, that's all I got for Pitfall. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed the movie. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.